the 2021 Ford F-150 XL. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford, Salina, Kansas, where you can find the best complete guide videos of anywhere in the country on your Ford and Lincoln vehicles, specific to not only the model, but also the trim. Just like with this video here, we're going to cover the XL trim only. We're going to cover all the standard equipment first. We're going to cover the different, there's another equipment group you might think about getting, as well as some different packages, standalone options, and even some factory accessory options, factory ordered accessory options. We're going to cover a couple of those as well. So this is a very thorough video. At any time in this video you want to move around in the video, check the timestamps down below. I have them down in the description for those on a mobile phone. And you can just click around to where you need to find things. You go back and forth. Save this as a favorite to your playlist, so you can always come back to it if you want more information later. Again, very thorough. They're going to be long. That's why I want to point out those little timestamps down below. Also, at any time, don't forget, we are a dealership that does free shipping. Just have to mention that you saw this video on YouTube, and we'll have more information about that at the end of the video, so be looking for that. Again, the timestamp for that is going to be at the below as well, and letting you know where that is if you want to at any time learn more about our free shipping. A lot of people after watching this video would like to get a vehicle from us because of how knowledgeable we are about our product. They want to make sure they get a vehicle ordered the way they want to, so check out that information at the end of the video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit the red subscribe button down below so you can get subscribed to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll also get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. So let's jump in. We're going to cover some of the mechanical things that you need to think about, some different gear ratios and that kind of thing. So let's cover that first. So first I want to talk about some mechanical features, and of course first I want to talk about when you're going into, you can go to Ford.com and you can build out this different equipment we're talking about in this video, and first thing you're going to notice is the cab configurations and how they're going to be equipped, or how you can configure those. Now, regular cab, or the XL trim I should say, can come in 3 different cab configurations, and regular cab is only available really in XL and XLT. So you can get a regular cab. You can also get a super cab, which we're going to bring a super cab in here in a little bit, so I'm giving you a clip from that part of the video where we had the super cab in here, as well as you can get the Supercrew. Again, we're going to bring a Supercrew in later as well to go over some features on that one. So you have regular cab, super cab, and you do have the Supercrew versions there, as you can see in that video clip. Also, you can get it in either 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, and all 3 of those cab configurations. And also, all 3 cab configurations will have a short bed and a long bed option. So this one here you're seeing is a 6.5-foot bed on the regular cab. Also comes in an 8-foot bed, either 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. And then the super cab will come in either a 6.5-foot bed, or you're going to see it in an 8-foot bed, just like the regular cab. So you can get in those 2 cab configurations, again, in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. And your Supercrew, their short bed is a 5.5-foot bed that is available in either the 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. And then also their long bed version is going to be a 6-foot bed there. So a couple different, those are your configurations. So you have 12 different configurations there. So usually when you go to build and price, you'll pick your cab, you'll pick your bed length, and you'll dive in there, and then you'll want to select the 4x4 if that's what you're looking for pricing, and when it revalues those prices. So those are the different cab, drivetrain configurations for you. Now let's talk about the engines. Of course, the standard engine on most cab configurations and most bed lengths is going to be the 3.3 liter V6 engine. So that engine's a very capable engine. Going to give you the numbers down here below, but that engine is going to be available in most configurations. The only drawback to that is that engine will not be available in your long bed super cab and long bed super cruise. And then of course, let's talk about the gear ratios for you and what's going to be standard. Now there is also going to be optional gear ratios, and I'll try to put those down in the description in way of prices and such. But on the 3.3 liter, the gear ratios for all your 2-wheel drives will be a 355 non-limited slip gear ratio. And then your 4x4s do have 2 options. If it's the regular cab with a short bed like this one, then you're going to have a 355 non-limited slip gear ratio. But all the other configurations where you can get the 3.3 liter, the Super Cab and Super Crew short beds, they will come in a 373 non-limited slip gear ratio. Now the standard engine for your 2-wheel drive long beds, that's the Super Cab with the 8-foot bed and your Super Crew with the 6.5-foot bed, will come standard with the 2.7 liter V6 Ecoboost engine. Now that engine is available on the other configurations as an optional engine, but it will be the standard in those situations. Now Pretty good numbers, as you can see there on the screen, for your 2.7 liter EcoBoost engine. Pretty good amount of torque there, matches up with the V8, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. Now, for the gear ratios, whether it be two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, they will come standard into 355 non-limit slip gear ratio, regardless of drivetrain, cab configuration. Of course, we're talking, you know, the long beds there, but even if you do go with the optional, you know, 2.7 on the shorter wheelbase, and even 4x4 if you want to, it's going to have, they're going to all have the same configuration when it comes to the gear ratio. So non-limit slip, 355. Now the standard engine on your 4x4s with the long bed, so Super Cab, 8-foot bed, or the Supercrew with the 6.5-foot bed, 4x4s, they will come standard in the 5.0 liter V8 engine. Again, pretty good numbers there on the screen, and keep in mind this engine is available as an optional engine. So if you want, you have the other cab configurations and bed links, you can still upgrade to the 5.0. It's just going to be an incurred cost when you go to upgrade, and you'll see that in the build and price when you do that, that there's an upfit fee there to go up to that engine from the other engines. Now the gear ratio on those, it is a non-limit slip, the standard. So they, again, for the two-wheel drive, it'll be a 315 non-limit slip gear ratio. For your 4x4s, it's a 331 non-limited slip gear ratios. Now keep in mind, as we're talking about these and all these other engines as well, is that there are some availabilities for optional upgrades for the gear ratio. So if you want electronic locking, you want, you know, maybe you want to upgrade to the, you know, from the 331 to the 355, you can do that. It's just going to be, again, an incurred cost. Most of those upgrade costs on those gear ratios are about $400, give or take, depending on what different gear ratio you go to and what you're coming from, but you'll see those prices there on the build and price as well if you want to upgrade. So don't forget to adjust that if you want an electronic locking gear ratio. Now let's get to talking about some different optional engines. There's 3 other engines we haven't talked about yet, and they are optional for you, different cab configurations. This first one we're going to talk about is the 3.5 liter V6 Ecoboost engine. This engine is the most powerful engine when it comes to towing. You want to tow the most that your F-150 can. You probably want to order it with a 3.5 EcoBoost engine. So pretty good performance out of that engine. Now, regardless of that engine, the drive, or if it's a two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, your gear ratio that's going to be standard is going to be a 331 non-limit slip gear ratio. Again, don't forget, you can upgrade to the optional electronic locking if you want to. Those numbers will be there on the build and price for you. I'll try to put them down below if I can remember as well. So pretty good engine there for you, very capable engine, and that is the engine for towing. Now let's talk about the diesel engine. There is a 3.0 liter diesel engine that is available for certain cab configurations. It is available in the 4x4s, not available with any of the two-wheel drives, and it does require to have either a Super Cab or a Supercrew. But is not available in the 8-foot bed. So you can't get a Super Cab with the 8-foot bed, but you can get a Supercrew with a 6.5-foot bed and get the diesel engine. So pretty good performance. That one does have a lot of towing capabilities as well, a lot of torque behind it. Not quite as much torque as the 3.5, but if you're wanting towing, it matches pretty closely to the 3.5 EcoBoost. So if you'd like to get the diesel engine, some of those farmers out there might want that engine as well. There are a couple different requirements there. Also some requirements, some optional equipment you'll need to make sure you get. If you decide to get this maybe on a Super Cab 4x4, you want to make sure you order the privacy glass with the rear defroster. That's going to be required if you get this engine, as well as you have to have at least the 101A equipment group, which we'll talk about here in a little bit later. So those are a couple of requirements. Now the gear ratios that are going to be standard with the diesel engine are non-limit slip, as we've been talking about, the 331, same as your 3.5 EcoBoost, as well as your 4x4 5.0. So keep that in mind. That's a standard gear ratio, and again, as I mentioned earlier, you can always get electronic locking as optional equipment. The last engine I want to talk about is the new engine for this year, the 3.5 liter Powerboost engine. That is an EcoBoost combined with the hybrid engine. You're also going to be required, of course, to get the hybrid 10-speed automatic transmission with this engine. Very powerful engine, as you can tell with the numbers there. It can tow not as much as the 3.5 EcoBoost, but lots of power behind it. Lots of torque there as well. That'll match up pretty nicely, and the power is there when you need it, as is what you get with the hybrid engine. Now, the hybrid, this engine is available in only the Supercrew, so it's available in the two-wheel drive or 4x4 Supercrew versions. either the bed links. So you can get 4 different configurations there for you. So there's some great options there for you, but it does require to have Supercrew. So Supercrew 2-wheel drive or 4x4, either of the bed links for either the for the Supercrew, either the 5.5 or 6.5 foot. Now a little bit note here is that this engine, if you do order this, it will come with the dual zone climate control. So that's a nice engine. As we get into standard equipment on the inside, you'll notice that's kind of a nice upgrade for you. So that is mentioned in the order guide there. Also, the gear ratios are a little bit different for that one. The standard gear ratios will be electronic locking for the Powerboost because of all that power you get and all the torque you get out of that in the instant power, so it wants you to have that. The 2-wheel drives will come with 355 electronic locking gear ratios. The 4x4s will come with a 373 electronic locking gear ratio. Some other mechanical things I want to talk about before we move into some of the safety features. One of them is the different drive modes. So there are selectable drive modes for all your F-150s, even the XL trim. 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive will get selectable drive modes. 5 of them are about the same on both 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. You will get a normal. You're going to get an eco mode, you'll get a slippery mode, which is one that I use often. You'll also get a tow haul mode, and you'll get a sport mode. So, and what those different modes are going to do is it's going to adjust the, you're shifting your transmission. It can shift differently, depends on, especially when you're in that sport mode. Also, your traction control, your stability control. Some of those are going to get adjusted based on the different drive modes that you're in. So if you're in an eco mode, it wants it to shift a little bit more efficiently and not hold that, whereas on a sport mode, you may want to hold that gear a little bit before shifting, and so you're going to see it's going to shift differently. I like the slippery mode for me in those situations because of my Ecoboost engine, it has a lot of torque behind it, and so sometimes it'll take off and the tires will spin in the wet conditions, but when I put it in that slippery mode, it takes off a little bit easier, and so that I don't spin my tires and sit there at that light or something. So I love those modes. Now 2-wheel drives will get a trail mode as well. 4x4s will not get a trail mode. Instead, they're going to get a deep snow sand mode, and they're going to get a mud rut mode. So they're going to get 7 modes. 2-wheel drives will get 6 modes, and they've added the trail mode this year for the 2-wheel drive. So selectable drive modes that probably did show you an image already. That dial right there, really easy to just rotate that dial, put it in the different drive modes, and try that out when you get your F-150. I think you'll really like the drive modes there. Also, a couple other things to note. There is going to be an auto start stop on all the engines. Auto start stop means that when you pull up the stop light, stop sign, you press the brake, it's going to shut it off. It's trying to help with emissions there when all those cars are at the stop lights and such. But you just let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. Now that is something that you can deactivate. I do it on my truck all the time. So if you want to, there's a little A with a circle around it there above the screen, which we're going to get in that screen just a little bit, but there's that button there. That'll deactivate it for that engine cycle, so you will have to do that. Not a big deal. I've noticed it when I pull up to the first stoplight or stop sign and it shuts off. I just press the little A with the circle around it. It starts it back up right then, and then it doesn't do it again and doesn't shut it off again until I shut the vehicle off. So I love how that works. It's pretty easy to work there. Also, a couple other mechanical things before we get into some of the safety features. This does have a fail-safe cooling system. Also, you're going to notice with this, it does have an auto hold as well. That'll help you hold the brake at those different situations. You want to rest your foot. You can take your foot off the brake when you press that auto hold. So that's another great benefit to have there. So that's something that's fairly new in the last couple of years for a lot of the Ford vehicles. That's even on the XL trim, which is crazy. Also, you're going to get front stabilizer bar. You're also going to get front independent suspension as well. And you're going to get hill start assist with these vehicles too. So some great features, great mechanical features that go in to every F-150, even the XL trim. So let's talk about some safety features here. Now on all these vehicles, there's some great safety features that go into the F-150. You will have let's talk about the airbags first. Driver and front passenger will have a airbag on the front. So dual stage airbag for the driver and front passenger, deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. Side impact as well for the driver and front passenger. So if there's an airbag that comes out of the seat from that side collision, it's going to deploy that. Also, there's a safety canopy airbag. So if you get in that rollover situation, it does have advanced track with roll stability control that helps you keep you on your intended path. But if you do have a situation where it does go ahead and roll over, you will have the safety canopy airbags that come down, deploy down, help protect you from breaking glass and stuff from the vehicle getting in from the side. for those in the front as well as the back seat for the Super Cab and Super Crew models. So you'll have those different situations as well, and really protect you that way. Now, it does have also curve control to help you when you're going into those curves, maybe a little too fast or something. It will help you control the vehicle as well in those curves. So even the F-150s get those technologies. It does come with 911 assist, so if you do get in an accident and you're connected to your phone via Bluetooth, you can call 911, and also you can it has in there, you can easily call a contact too if you want to let them know as well. So you can program those into that system. So real nice in how that works. Super Cab and your Super Crew versions will also get a child safety lock on those doors, and you're going to also get the latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children. That you can securely fasten those booster seats down into those and using the harnesses instead of the shoulder straps for those. So some great safety features there. Also, you're going to get pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. So what's great about that is, you know, if you're coming up behind someone, they're going much slower than you, or maybe they're turning and they're turning real slow and you're not stopped. It'll use a series of it'll put a series of tones that you need to stop. Also put a warning on your dash there, you need to stop, and if you don't, it will initiate emergency braking system, so that dynamic brake support, to hope it necessarily won't stop the accident, but will lessen the severity by having that brake pressed before you have that collision, or sometimes just avoid it altogether. So that's a great system that's even standard even on your XL trim. So some great safety features there to help protect you. I wanted to make sure I covered those. Some people are looking for those features. So, but let's move into the features going around the outside. That's what you've been waiting for. So let's get to it. So let's talk about the front of the vehicle up here first. Of course, we do have a black grille on these, so you typically will see that. It's a molded in black surround, as well as the bars in between will be that molded in black here for your XL trim. Also, you're going to see, we'll talk about the headlights. A lot of features here with the headlights. One of them is the auto feature. So like that, automatic feature means they're going to come on automatically when you have it in the auto setting. So when it gets dark, they'll come on automatically, shut off when it gets light. And actually, these headlights are a little different for this year. As you can see, I did see this with the Escape last year's model. Now it's coming over to the F-150, is that when you look at that headlights, if you shut the headlights off, shut the vehicle off, when you go to turn the vehicle on again, automatically goes to the auto setting. So that way you won't forget to turn those headlights on. It's going to automatically turn them on for you. Also, to go along with that, you're going to have the rain lamp. Rain lamp means if your wipers are on, headlights will be on. So automatically does that for you. In case you forget to do that, you know, have the auto settings. A lot of times it will do that. A lot of times in the situations when it's raining, if it's cloudy enough, they might come on anyway, but the rain lamps will make sure that they come on. Also, you can set up the daytime running lights. So you can have daytime running lights and have them on all the time, even during the daytime if you want to. Some people really like that feature. Go into your lighting settings screen there, and you can go ahead and adjust that too for your daytime running lights. Also, you do have auto high beams. So auto high beams are part of the, one of the features is part of the Copilot 360 features. This isn't saying it's got the Copilot 360 package together, all the safety features included in that, because it's missing one from that. But it has 4 of the 5 features as part of that, and one of them is auto high beams. So the high beams will come on automatically when you're, you know, it's dark enough outside, nobody's approaching you, they approach you, it's going to automatically shut the high beams off. Another feature is part of the Copilot 360 while we're talking about it. One of them was the pre-collision assist, which we talked about. Also, another one is the lane keeping system. So this will have the lane keeping system, which is just fabulous. Can't believe it comes with it. You get a driver alert setting with that, but also you get a lane keeping aid system and alert system. So the way that works, an alert system, if you have it set on that, if you leave your lane, it's going to vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've left your lane. Another great feature about it is the aid system, and that's going to help keep you in your lane. So it won't let you go to the lines. And when you get close to those lines, it's going to try to use torque vector and keep you within those lines, as long as it can see those lines with the sensor. So lane keeping system, standard equipment on your XL trim. Now let's talk about the bumpers down here. You will get the black bumpers and black fascia. Black fascia is right here in the front part there, right below that. That's your front fascia, so that's going to be black on your XL trim, standard equipment there. You will see right here the housings for fog lights. We'll talk about that later as we get into some different equipment groups and different packages. It's not standard equipment on your XL trim. So moving around over here to the side, first thing I want to talk about is, of course, you will have a fully boxed steel frame on these with an aluminum body alloy, just like we did last year's version there. So a little bit different, of course, whole new redesign this year. You can see the fenders have been redesigned over here on the side. The hood's been redesigned. You know, the doors, everything, all where the flow is here for this are all redesigned here for this year. So great look to it. Of course, for this, talking about the springs, you will have on the front, you will have your coil springs up there. On the back, you will have the leaf springs. Of course, same as last year, no difference there, as well as the shocks. Shocks are the same as well, so you'll have those heavy-duty front gas shocks, as well as in the back, you'll have heavy-duty gas shocks. They're going to be outbound mounted on the outside of those leaf springs. Benefit of that, not all manufacturers do that. Ford does, and that's to help with this bed for stability. You'll notice when it's torture tested, Dodge, Chevy, and all that, they wander all over in the back, but because these are outbound mounted, it's going to be more stable than the other manufacturers when it comes to the bed and the stability back there when you're driving. Talking about the wheels here, standard wheel is a 17-inch silver painted steel wheel. That's going to be the standard wheel for your XL trim. The two-wheel drives will come with the all-season tires. 4x4s will come with the all-terrain tires, and they will get tire pressure monitoring system included in those. And your brakes will be a 4-wheel disc brakes for these tires and wheels combination here. Also, your badging over here, you're going to have the molded in black XL fender badge over here that will possibly change when we talk about some different packages here in a little bit. The mirrors, they are a manual fold mirror. As you can see, you can fold it in and out. They are the molded in black, like the grille and the fender badge that we've already talked about. It'll be a manual glass as well on the XL trim. We'll talk about how you can get power glass and power mirrors in just a little bit. You will have the blind spot mirrors as well. That's an angled mirror that's angled there in the corner, so you can see the vehicles in your blind spot just a little bit better there. Your door handles will be the molded in black as well, just like the accents we've already talked about. Also, the fuel tank, you'll have the Easy Fuel capless filler door. So it's a two-door system, no cap to worry about. Unscrewing, leaving behind on the top of your bed or anything. Just put the nozzle in there, fill it up. When you're done, just shut the door here. So that's really nice. You don't have to worry about people stealing it. In fact, to be able to, even if you run out of gas to even fill it up, you can't just put the nozzle from a gas can in there. It's not the right size. You actually have to use a funnel that's going to be located with the jack, located behind the back seat of the vehicle against the back of the cab there. It'll be located back there on the wall, so that's where that'll be located. Now your standard fuel tanks are going to be 23 gallon for your regular cab and your super cab, be 26 gallon fuel tank for your Super Crews. And we'll get into different optional bigger fuel tank if you want to as optional equipment here later in the video. Now moving to the back here, we did talk about rear view camera possibly earlier, but we did, right here is where that camera's gonna be located, so as you're backing up, you're gonna be able to see behind you, and it does have the trailer assist, which I like. You can see those dotted lines. I have to back up trucks into this building, onto this turntable all the time, Chevys and used Dodges and such that do not have that hitch assist, and I love this. It's very easy to back up to trailers, just back up to down your driveway, whatever, with those guidelines. I love that little simple system there. Also, you're going to have of course, the molded in black handle here for the tailgate as well back here. Now you're going to have the black bumpers here, so black bumpers just like the front. You're going to have the molded in black on the top to kind of protect that bumper there as well. This is made to be able to tow, even if you don't have the optional hitch package. This one happens to have, so you typically won't have the hitch down here, but it will get trailer sway control, as well as you have ability to put that ball in there for bumper pulling, and you're going to get 4-pin wiring standard equipment on that here. We'll talk about some different optional class 4 hitches here a little bit later. We happen to order on this one here. Now a jack, of course, is going to be standard equipment on these. Jack is located behind that seat. Show you a clip of that. In fact, I did a video last year, same as this year, on how to find your jack, as well as how to lower the tire down. They come with a full-size spare on these F-150s, so even an XL. So to get to that, you would just pop this down. There's a keyhole there. You just take your key, turn that, and then you can take that, pops out, you put the jack in there, the long piece that comes with it, connector I should say, and you would just lower your tire down, and that's how you get to your tire, and then use, of course, the jack to be able to go ahead and do that. So that's how that works there. So real nice and easy to use there. Also, let's go ahead and open this up. And speaking of the key there, this does have the key is keyless entry. here. I think when you go to the power equipment group, you get the keyless entry, so it's not going to be exactly the same as this, but you will have just a regular key on the XL. And then when we go, we'll talk about more equipment when you go up to this type of key fob here in a little bit. You have to go to the power equipment group to get that, but you will have a regular key for the XL trim here. So let's open this up. Now this does have, the tailgate does lock with the truck. So if you do lock it up from the inside, you'll want to make sure you unlock it. You can, usually on those, they'll have a key back here so you can open that up. But it does have the tailgate assist, so it makes it easier going up when you need to lift it up. Now all these, now new for this year, you're going to have 2 different openings for clamps. So if you want to work off your tailgate, you can do that using these clamp openings here. So you can clamp things down, wood, whatever it might be, if you're needing to use the tailgate to work off of, so you can use it as a workbench pretty easily. You'll also notice they added for this year these little slots, these little tie downs here on the bed itself. So before you had to use the tie downs that are in the bed. In fact, there's 4 tie downs you can see in the bed there. I'll give you those clips for that. But now if you need something further back here on the bed itself, lumber, whatever, then you can use those different clamps to tie things down on the bed. So that's a nice addition. Not only coming from the bottom, doubles as a bottle opener. Something else you might want to note there on these new beds. So real nice. There is some optional work surface that we're going to talk about later that you can also add to this at a very low cost and give you an actual work surface station here as well too. So inside on the back glass, this happens to have the power equipment group, so you do have the rear defrost, but typically you're going to get a solar back glass there, so it's tinted a little bit. It won't be a full privacy like you're seeing on this one, but it will be solar tinted to make it a little bit darker. And then up there on the cab, you're going to have a center high mounted stoplight and the cargo lamps, those white lights on the side that you can turn on to light up the bed, so you can be able to see inside your bed. So pretty good standard equipment here, even on the in the bed itself. And we're going to talk about accessories later in the video, quite a bit later. We'll get to the accessories where you can protect the bed and some other utilities that you can order from the factory to help with your bed as well. Now moving to the interior, we're getting standard equipment here on the interior. Now this one does have some upgrades, like this does have a power equipment group and some other upgrades. So we're going to may have to throw in some clips here as we cover some of this. But the standard flooring for your XL is going to be a vinyl flooring in here. So that's what's standard. You can upgrade to the carpeted like we did with this particular unit. Also you're going to get scuff plates on the front doors up here. There's only 2 doors, but on the Super Cab and Supercrew, you're going to have scuff plates there on the front as well as you're getting in there. So that's the standard configuration. Here on the seats, cloth seating surfaces are going to be standard equipment on these. And also, before I get to the seats, the environment in here as well is going to be a black with the dark slate. So it's going to be standard on all of your XLs. So there's only one other option when we get to that package. We'll cover that, where you can get a different type color of seat and dash. But as you can look across there, hopefully I can get a good clip of that with this regular cab. You can see the dash, the color and configuration there. Pretty slick. Even here on the glove box, this top part here, which can be opened with this little button over here, that is a really nice texture and look to it, even on an XL trim, which is really nice. And you just press this button and that pops open for you, so you have a dual glove box, a smaller one up here, and then you have the one that opens up down there as well, where usually the owner's manual is going to be located. So, and now the seats, going back to that, is the cloth seating surfaces. Pretty comfortable seats. 40, 20, 40 split bench seat is going to be standard configuration, and in most situations the only way you can get a XL trim is with the seating configuration. There's one other way where you can get bucket seats. It is included in a certain package. But what's great about these is the driver's seat as well as the passenger on the outbound there can slide that seat forward and back using a lever underneath the seat to do that. And then there's also a manual lever for the backrest, so you can lay that back. You do have some room behind the back seat, so you can recline it pretty far back there, so you can recline that seat. Also, there's some convenience to this middle seat. Not only can a third person sit here when you need to, but also you have some storage in here. So there's a little lever on the front, so I'll give you some clips here because I can't get it from that camera view. So if I push that, that'll open up. You have some storage under there, which is really nice, having a little storage compartment in there. You can also, it looks like, just easily store some things under there as well. So that's pretty nice having that. Also, this backrest does lay down. So when you're not using it, just press that lever, lay that backrest down, probably where I'll have it the rest of the video. You'll notice in here does have a nice padded armrest for those on the outside, 2 cup holders here, and even a slot for a cell phone to be able to set, and it's a big slot too, so you should be able to put most of your cell phones right there as well. So that's kind of the seating configuration. Let's talk about the windows and the locks. You're going to get manual locks on the XL trim. That's standard. We'll talk about upgrades in a little bit. Also, you're going to get manual windows on your regular cab and your super cab for these front doors. Now, let's talk about the super cab version on the rear door. So those doors do flip open, so 170-degree open for those doors. The glass on those are going to be a fixed glass for the XL trim. That's standard. Now let's talk about the Supercrew. Supercrew model is going to be power windows for the front as well as the rear windows. So they're going to be power as standard just on the windows for your Supercrew XL models. So then we'll talk about the power equipment group and what you're going to get when you go up to that. A lot of times you can get that. What's great about it is you can get the power equipment group without going up to the 101A equipment group. So we'll talk about those, that one here in just a little bit. Also for your steering wheel, it does have a manual, so tilt and telescoping. So just pull a lever under here. It's going to go up and down, forward and back, so you can get it just right, no matter what you want to do there. And then just pull that lever to lock it into place. The steering wheel is a polyurethane steering wheel here. It's black in color. Of course, this one does have cruise control. That's part of a 101A equipment group. It's not going to be standard, so cruise will not be standard equipment on these, but you will still see some of the buttons on these, like the ones on the lower part. You'll see those with the little speakers to be able to raise and lower the volume, as well as to speak to the Microsoft, to the Sync 4 system here. And then also the lane keeping system button there will be there as well. And then here on the right side, you're going to have those buttons too. So you're going to be able to hang up your phone call if you're on a phone call right there. Presettings are those arrows there for different presettings. And then the buttons up above there will control the 4-inch productivity screen you're seeing here in between your speedometer and your tach. So that's where you're going to see some of your main features for your vehicle, your trip, that kind of stuff. They've moved a lot of the features into the touch screen and out of the productivity screen, so that it's mainly just for your main display while you're driving, that you want to be able to look at your trip, that kind of stuff, maybe your tires, where those are at, and that kind of those types of features there on your screen. You also see your drive modes. When you flip to the drive modes, you can see what mode you're in by the different colors, as well as, you probably saw those clips earlier, plus your traction control. You can see when that's being deactivated and activated as well right there too. So drive mode switch is going to be just here to the left of your climate control. So I did show you a clip of that earlier. This one does have trailer brake controller, so typically that is not going to be standard equipment on your XL trim. Climate control will be a single zone electronic climate control, so real nice climate control that's standard for an XL trim truck here. You will see some controls here on the right of that. Some little doors here. Open those up. You do have a power point as well as 2 USB ports, a USB Type-C and a regular USB port right there. So you're going to have those, as well as down here you're going to have another one, another power point in here, and a USB Type-C and a USB port right there. So sometimes those may move if you have a console, so they might move into the media hub instead, located down there. And then there's another little tray down below there that you could put some things on down there if you want to, phone, whatever it might be, if you want to leave it out of the way. For your audio controls, so you will have an AM/FM audio control with 4 speakers for the regular cab, 6 speakers for the Super Cab and the Supercrew versions there. And then you're going to see this 8-inch touchscreen. This is going to be standard equipment on all XLs. Comes with the Sync 4 with that cloud connected. The over-the-air updates, even on the XL trim. It'll come with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay as well, and all those great features that go along with that. And you're going to get the FordPass Connect. Is going to be standard equipment too, where you can stay connected to your vehicle using the FordPass app. So it's a free app you download. You connect your vehicle in there, put your VIN number in there, then you can remote start your vehicle from anywhere using the app. On regular cab XLs without power locks, you may not be able to unlock and lock your vehicle unless you have the power equipment group, but you still will be able to remote start your vehicle, even on the XL trim, using the FordPass app. Great features there. Above the dash, you will see some textured spots up here. You can put some things up there if you want to, so they won't slide around. The mirror is going to be a day-night mirror, so you can just flip the lever up and down. People come up behind you with those bright lights right there. And then I believe this overhead bin is going to be standard equipment, sunglass bin up there, and then your interior lights are going to be right up here as well. So that's all your standard equipment in there. Of course, you know, like I mentioned, the Super Cab, Supercrew, though, will get a 60/40 split bench seat in the back seat. I'll get a clip of a vehicle that we're going to bring in here in just a little bit that's a Super Cab, and what that's going to look like using those clips right there. So you'll be able to see those during this video. So real nice system and real nice equipment. That's all your standard equipment on your XL. That's what they call the 100A. But we're going to talk about a 101A equipment group that a lot of people choose to go with that gives you some other features. Now, before we talk about the 101A equipment group, I do want to talk about the power equipment group, because power equipment group didn't think about until I started thinking about the power equipment group, that actually power equipment group is standard equipment on a 100A Supercrew models. So if you do you're looking to get an XL with the Supercrew 100A, the power equipment group is going to come standard within the Supercrew models. So let's talk about the power equipment group. I already mentioned the power windows earlier, so we'll give you the power windows for the front as well as the back windows back there. And then also you're going to get the power locks as well. So it's going to power lock those doors, and you're going to get power mirrors. So power mirrors, not only going to get you to the power mirror for the surface, for the glasses on both sides, but also you're going to get the heated feature to go along with your mirrors. So power and heat as an upgrade as part of the power equipment group. You're also going to get a perimeter alarm. You're also going to get the illuminated entry when you unlock and get inside. You're also going to get the flip key. So you're going to get the keyless entry remote here with the flip key. So that you can be able to unlock and lock the vehicle, which comes in handy, so that way it remote locks the tailgate. I think earlier I mentioned tailgate lock. That's only when you go to the power equipment group. So Supercrew models will be come with that. Your Super Cab and regular cabs, you would have to get that as an optional equipment. So the power equipment group is available on regular cab and Super Cabs as optional equipment without having to go up to the 101A equipment group. So now let's talk about that 101A equipment group. It's a pretty popular equipment group because it does include the power equipment group, as we mentioned, as part of this equipment group. So of course, just to rephrase, it does give the power windows, power locks, it does give the heated power mirrors, heated mirrors. It does get the keyless entry with the flip key, tailgate lock, perimeter alarm, as well as the illuminated entry, all included in the 101A equipment group. You also get cruise control as well. So now you're going to have that cruise on the steering wheel, so now you can set that cruise, especially when you're on that highway situation. You're going to also get reverse sensing. I think that's a great, even on the XL, you can order the 101A equipment group and you get reverse sensing as well. So you're getting a lot of your XLT equipment right here within this equipment group. That's why you can see it's very popular and we order it on most of our XL trucks. Now I want to start talking about a couple of different appearance packages. Once you order that 101A equipment group, then you have options for a couple different appearance packages, and one of them I want to talk about, I don't actually have a truck in stock right now with that package, so I am going to give you some clips from Ford's website, and that's the XL Chrome Appearance Package. Now that package, again, as I mentioned, does require to have the 101A equipment group. Is available in about any of the cab configurations and any of the bed links and that thing. It is not available with the heavy duty payload package, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit, and it's not available with the 3.0 liter diesel engine. So keep that in mind. Now what you're going to get with this package is you're going to get an upgraded wheel. So you're going to get a 17-inch silver painted alloy wheels. It's going to go from the steel wheel to an alloy wheel, so it dresses that up. Also, it's going to give you chrome bumpers on the front as well as the back, and it's going to give you fog lights. So, you know, you really order, get an XL with the 101A equipment group with the Chrome Appearance Package. Now you're really looking and feeling like an XLT. So it's a great option for you if you want to go with that appearance package. And there's another appearance package. So let me go get another truck, bring it back in here, and we'll cover the STX Appearance Package. Another appearance package that you can get for this year is the STX Appearance Package. Now the Sport Appearance Package is not available for 21 for the XL trim, but you can get the STX Appearance Package. So it doesn't require you to get the XL Sport Appearance Package like last year. To get this, you just order the 101A equipment group, either Super Cab or Super Crew, not available with the regular cab. Also, it's not available in the long bed Super Cab, so 8-foot beds. Or a no-no here, but you can get the either on the Super Crew or the Super Cab, the 5.5 for the Super Crew or the 6.5 for either the Super Cab or the Supercrew model. Not available, just like in the XL Chrome Appearance Package, with the heavy duty payload package. Not available with two different engines, not available with the diesel engine, and it's not available with that 3.5 liter Powerboost engine. So those engine exclusions here for this appearance package. But let's talk about this appearance package and how it's going to look and change. Probably one of the most popular stylings here for the XL trim. You're going to get the upgraded grille, so you're going to see that nice black honeycomb grille in the middle there with the body colored surround around that. A nice looking grille on the front, so a great upgrade for this year for the grille. You also get body colored bumpers on the front as well as the back, so body colored bumpers up there. You also get fog lights, just like with the XL Chrome Appearance the Chrome Appearance Package. You're going to get the fog lights up there too here. You're going to get the 18-inch. I'm going to show you an image off Ford's website. The 18-inch magnetic or machine-faced wheels there with the magnetic painted pockets. The 18-inch will be standard. You can elect to go as optional to the 20-inch wheels. This is the wheel you're seeing here, machine faced with the magnetic painted pockets and just a little bit bigger wheel that way. So we'd like to go with the optional 20s on this one. The two-wheel drives will get the all-season tires. 4x4s will get the all-terrain tires as well as an upgrade there. On the side over here, the fender, you will get the upgraded badging. So instead of saying XL, it's going to say STX with the red X there. That'll be an upgrade for you. Also, you're going to get privacy glass on these back windows and the back glass, and you're going to get rear defrost on that back glass as an upgrade as well. And then on the side, you will get the STX badging on the side unless you have an FX4 package as well. FX4 package will always get their decal over any other decals, so otherwise you'll get the STX decal on the side of the truck too. Inside there's some nice upgrades. You're going to get upgraded from those slate 40-20-40 seats to a black sport 40-20-40 bench seat as the standard seating configuration. You're seeing on this one the bucket seats because that is optional. So two different options you can get, the wheels or the bucket seats. We elected to go with the bucket seats here with the pass-through console there. The shifter will be on the column regardless of either of those two seating configurations there. And then on this one, if you have the console, you'll have the USB ports on the back of the console as well instead of down below like we did see as standard equipment there. Also, you're going to be upgraded to the lumbar adjustment for the seat, the driver and front passenger will get a manual lumbar adjustment on the side of those seats, and you're going to also get the mat pockets on the back of those seats too. So upgraded to those interior seats. So a real nice appearance package here that is very popular. We ordered on several of our trucks. Again, available in a Super Cab or Super Crew, not available with that 8-foot bed, and not available with those two engines and a couple other exceptions there as well. So pretty popular package. So think about doing that and adding that to your truck as well. Since this truck is in here and it happens to have this package, we're going to talk about the FX4 Off Road Package next. That is your off-road package. A couple different requirements for this package. One, you do have to have the XL High 101A equipment group. Is available in any of your cab configurations, also available in almost any of your engines other than the 3.3 liter. So available in all the other 5 engines except for the 3.3 liter, and of course does require to have 4x4. So let's talk about some of the equipment that's included in this off-road package. There's a feature that's brand new for this year. So it is going to get you some upgrades to your shocks. So up there on the front, you're going to get the off-road tuned front shocks, and on the back, you're going to get the monotube rear shocks. So it does upgrade those shocks to be able to handle going off-road. Also does give you the skid plates to protect it underneath for when you go off-road. Also is going to give you upgraded electronic locking gear ratio for your engine. So if your engine came with a 331, then you're going to get electronic locking 331. And in the case of that 2.7 liter, you're going to get upgraded from the 355 non-limited slip to the 355 electronic locking gear ratios. Now there are some options here for you. You can upgrade as optional equipment to go from 331 to 355 and from 355 to 373 if you'd like. Just keep that in mind. Now do remember that the Powerboost engine already comes with a 373 electronic locking or 355 for the two-wheel drive. Of course, this isn't available in two-wheel drive, but so that 4x4 would keep that 373 electronic locking gear ratio. This also comes with hill descent control, so that'll help you coming down from any hills, especially when you're going off-road. So pretty nice look. Also, it does give you the FX4 Off Road badging on the side, going just like with this one here. There was STX. It's going to get the FX4 decal instead. And then inside you will get also the all-weather mats. So you get all-weather mats. You can get it with or without the carpeted mats, which is kind of something different for the last couple of years. So you can get just the all-weather if you know you're not going to want to change those out, or you can get it with the carpeted mats. Also new for this year, you have a rock crawl mode. So rock crawl mode helps you to go off 4x4 even more. So you just helps you with this package. Last year that rock crawl mode was not available with the F-150 unless you went to Raptor. So now available in the FX4 package for this year, just like the Ranger had it for last year, and just like the Super Duty trimmer package has. So this is a great way to be able to go off-road, a great package, and a couple different options. You can, as I mentioned, upgrade the gear ratios, but you can also upgrade the tires. We didn't mention that as a part of this equipment group because 4x4s will come with an all-terrain tire, but if you want to upgrade it to the LT 265 all-terrain tires, you can do that as optional equipment. Now I want to talk about another equipment group or another package, and that is the Copilot 360 2.0. So this is the newest version of the Copilot 360. You know, in the past, Copilot 360 came with a couple of features we already talked about that are already standard on the XL trim, like the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. Also does come with pedestrian detection, which I forgot to mention. But this package also includes the post-collision braking. So if you are in that accident and it's going to basically brake so you don't keep wandering forward, maybe hurting somebody else or going out into the traffic. So it's going to come with the post-collision braking as part of the 2.0 package. Also, you're getting as part of this, we mentioned earlier, the lane keeping system, so that's already included in this. Also, it's included is the auto high beam, so we talked about that too. That is already standard equipment included in this package. Another thing, the rear view camera also is standard equipment on your XL included in this package, but what's added on top of that is you get the reverse sensing. Now the reverse sensing is part of the 101A equipment group, which is required to get this package, but also you're going to get another feature as you're backing up that's going to be included as part of the 2.0 version is going to be the reverse brake assist. So reverse brake assist on an XL, that's just to me that's just unreal. So as you're backing up, if you're not paying attention, it's going to alert you. If you don't pay attention to those alerts, it'll brake so you don't hit somebody or hit something else as you're backing the vehicle up. Reverse brake assist is a pretty cool feature to have. Also included in this, the 2.0 that's included in the original Copilot 360 is the BLIS, blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. So it's going to monitor your blind spots. If there's someone in your blind spot, it'll put a light in the corner of your mirror. Also, as you're backing up, if someone's going to cross your path behind you, it's going to alert you with some tones, a signal on your dash that you need to stop so that you don't back up into somebody. So that's the way that's going to work as well. So this Copilot 360 2.0 is a great version. Includes even more than the original Copilot 360, which was 5 features. Now you're up to like 8 features. Something to keep in mind on this package, if you do order this, if you order an XL with the 101A and just add this one, it will require you as optional to order the optional rear defroster with this with the privacy glass. So keep that in mind. If you see that when you click on that and pop up, that's why it is requiring you to get that system. And I think that's because the rear defroster is needed because it runs electric through here, through the back, so it needs the rear defrost to get you your reverse sensing in the back and the reverse brake assist. And I think that's why it requires you to have that. So just keep that in mind. That is available. It's an optional package, again, available on the 101A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about towing for a little bit. There's about 3 different towing capabilities and packages, I should say, that's available. So we'll break these down one at a time. And first one is your Class 4 receiver hitch. They kind of include as a package, but basically you're getting, if you want just the hitch. I need to be able to tow. I don't want the whole package. I'll include some other things in the trailer tow package as well as the max trailer tow package, but the receiver hitch package, you get the receiver hitch like you're seeing here. So Class 4 receiver hitch. Right there, you're also going to get the wiring, the 4-pin as well as the 7-pin. You're also going to get an adapter now for the 7-pin to 4-pin if you like, as well, because in some of the other F-150s you don't actually get a 4-pin wiring, but in this case you do. So they're including a lot of the trucks. You also get the smart trailer tow connector, so it allows you to be able to connect and have a checklist as you're connecting your vehicle up to your trailer. So and then of course don't forget that backup camera, being able to see using those guidelines are already standard equipment on these. So you can get the Class 4 receiver hitch just like we did at this particular vehicle without getting the tow package. So that is one option you can go with, and that is available on the 100 or the 101A equipment group. Now let's talk about your trailer tow package. So very popular. A lot of people ask us when you see a used one, does that have a trailer tow package? And trailer tow package isn't just the hitch, the wiring, and the smart trailer tow connector. You get that with the Class 4 receiver hitch. The tow package includes a couple other extra benefits on top of those 3 features. So you're going to get those: the hitch, the wiring, and the smart trailer tow connector, and being able to connect your trailer. Also, you're going to get an LED light back here. So this particular truck does not have it, but you'll get an LED light on the tailgate, so that way it makes it easier backing up to the trailers even at nighttime. So you're going to get that included as well. And you're going to get the trailer brake controller. So that's an important thing. Trailer brake controller, some people need that, some people don't, and so sometimes it's misconstrued there, but the trailer tow package gets you the integrated trailer brake controller. And then if you order the 100A, that's going to be all the equipment that you get as part of this package. But if you have the 101A equipment group, you're also going to get the Pro Trailer Backup Assist. That is that dial. So even on an XL with the 101A equipment group, you can get the trailer tow package and get the Pro Trailer Backup Assist. That is a simple dial that you turn using your camera to back up your trailer like a pro. Now let's talk about the Max Trailer Tow Package, and this is a little different for this year. It includes more engines than it has in the past, so it's going to be very capable. If you want the max amount of towing, this will be the package for you. Now it does require a couple features. One, it does require to have one of the 4 engines available. So not only the 3.5 liter Ecoboost engine, but the Powerboost engine is going to be available for. Also your diesel engine, you can get this package if you have that engine. Also, you can also get the 5.0 liter V8 engine with the Max Trailer Tow Package. So it does require one of those 4 engines. Also, for the XL trim, does require to have the heavy duty payload package. So the other trims does not require that, but for the XL trim, it does require to have the heavy duty payload package. We'll talk about that package probably after in just a second, but it does include you to have that. Now we'll include all the different features that we've already talked about as part of the trailer tow package. So the hitch, the wiring, the smart trailer tow connector, your LED light on the outside, your trailer brake controller, all going to be included. Those with the 101A equipment group will also get the Pro Trailer Backup Assist dial. 100A will not get that. So it's going to include all those features, but also going to include 3 other features as part of this to give you the max amount of towing possible. One of them is upgrading the rear bumper to be able to handle even more weight. So you're going to get an upgraded rear bumper to help with that. You're also going to get a 36-gallon fuel tank. So that way you can go further with that more weight on the back. You're towing more, you need a bigger fuel tank to get you further. So you're going to get the 36-gallon fuel tank is included in this package. You're going to also get upgraded to an electronic locking gear ratio. So of course, based on what engine you have, it's going to be what gear ratio you're going to get. Now the Powerboost engine, we know you're going to already get the 4x4s, a 373 electronic locking. In a 2-wheel drive, we'll get the 355 electronic locking. The diesel engine will also get the 355 electronic locking gear ratio, and your 5.0 liter V8 engine will get the 373 electronic locking gear ratio. So those are the features that are going to be included in the Max Trailer Tow Package. Again, keep in mind, just like in just the last couple of years, the Max Trailer Tow Package does not include Max Trailer Tow mirrors. Those are a standalone option we'll get to when we get to those options. Now let's talk about the tow technology package, new for this year for the XL trim. This is a nice package to be able to add to your towing. This package does require to have at least the Class 4 receiver hitch group, which includes the hitch, the wiring, and the smart trailer tow connector, or the trailer tow package, or the Max Trailer Tow Package. Now, this one here is a great package. It does also require to have at least the 101A equipment group, so you need all that power equipment stuff for this package. because it does include some great technology there and some great electronic features. So one of them is you're going to get upgraded with the integrated trailer brake controller, which if you have the tow package or max trailer, it's already going to be included in that package. But if you get the Class 4 receiver hitch, you're also getting that as well. So if that's something that if you're like, well, I don't need some of those other features as part of the tow package, we'll just get the tow technology package. It's included in that. Also, as part of that package, you're going to get the reverse guidance, that trailer reverse guidance that we did see last year in the Super Duty was introduced, now available with this as part of this package. So it's like bringing the truck in and being able to see right down the side, making it easier when you're turning and that trailer into those tight spots and such. That's a really nice view. Also, you're going to get the 360-degree camera. So you're going to get a camera on both of the mirrors as well as on the front, and then using this mirror on the back so you can see completely around you. Also gives you a mirror, I believe, on the cab so you can see into the cab. So you can have several different ways to be able to really help you out when you're towing. So that's why it's called a tow technology package. Great package, new for the XL trim for this year. Does require to have the 101A equipment group. Let's talk about the heavy-duty payload package. Now, we referenced this earlier with the max trailer tow package that was required for the XL trim. So let's talk about this one. This heavy-duty payload package does have some requirements here. So it does require to have one of two engines, either the 5.0-liter V8 engine or the 3.5-liter Ecoboost engine. Now, with that in mind, they do mention the max trailer tow package requiring this package, but still available with those two other engines. So I'm not sure, you might have to fiddle with the build and price. Not sure if you're going to be able to get the max trailer tow package with those other engines, since on the XL does require to have this. So I'm not sure on that. I'll have to try to find that out and drop those in the comments down below in the video if I figure that out. But this package also does require a couple other things. It has to be put on the longer beds. So regular cab, super cab requires you to have the 8-foot bed, and on the Supercrew it requires you to have the 6.5-foot bed as well. And of course, it does require to have the max trailer tow package, and then either that Ecoboost or 5.0 engine. Now, it's not available with your appearance packages. Not available with the STX Appearance Package or your XL Chrome Appearance Package. So keep that in mind. Not available with either one of those packages. And of course, not available with the 2.7 Ecoboost payload package. Mentions that in the order guide, but not available with the 2.7, so it's kind of a no-brainer there. So let's talk about what's included as part of this payload package. A couple things that are already included as part of the max trailer tow package, which is required, and that is your bigger fuel tank. 36-gallon fuel tank is going to be included here, as well as the 373 electronic locking gear ratios. So that's going to already be included, part of this as well. You're going to also get the 9.75-inch gear set. You're going to get upgraded springs, which make a lot of sense. You want to haul more, so you're going to upgrade the springs for that as well. So you're going to have all those. Also, it's going to give you the heavy-duty payload package alloy wheels. An 18-inch alloy wheel comes with its own all-terrain tire as well. So that way, it's just, I think they wanted to go with that 18-inch wheel because it just made sense. So that way, it doesn't give you the option of going to a 20 or anything like that. 18 inch is a good wheel, especially if you're wanting to haul a bunch of weight in the back of the bed. So great payload package. But let's talk about another payload package if you have a different engine. So let's talk about the 2.7-liter payload package. So this is a package, of course, if you have the 2.7-liter Ecoboost engine, that may be an option for you if you want to be able to haul a little bit more. Now keep in mind, this package is available with your appearance package according to the order guide. So if you want the STX Appearance Package, you should be able to, and you have a 2.7-liter engine, you should be able to get this payload package. It does also require to have the trailer tow package, not available with the Class 4 package. Or the max trailer tow package. Of course, you can't get the max trailer tow with the 2.7, so that makes sense there. But you need at least a trailer tow package for this package. Now, it does include two features. It does include the 373 electronic locking gear ratio. So it does upgrade to that once you be able to spin those tires with more weight in the back. Also does give you the 9.75-inch gear set. So those are a couple different upgrades for this to help you haul a little bit more there. Just upgrading the gear ratio and the gear set there so that you can do that with the 2.7-liter Ecoboost engine. Now, real quick, I want to talk about one other package that sometimes gets overlooked, and that is the snowplow prep package. Now, snowplow prep package is available in the 100 or 101A equipment group. It does require to have a 4x4. It also does require to have the 5.0-liter V8 engine. It is available with the payload packages if you want to get it with both of those. And is available in any of your different bed links too. So, and any different cab configurations as well. So you can get that snowplow prep package. Now, what this is going to do is it is going to give you, of course, you will have that shift on the fly 4x4 system already, so you're going to have that, but you're going to also get a button. And what that's going to do is when you put it in that snowplow button there, and that's going to go ahead and just, it's going to disable some of the electronics in the vehicle so that it can give more power to that snowplow. So that's what it's basically doing, is disabling some of the electronics to give that power to the snowplow and being able to raise it up and lower it and such. And so that's why you want to get this snowplow prep package for your truck. So again, available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. So now we're going to talk about some standalone options. We're going to break this out into 4 different sections: the front, side, back, as well as inside, and because there's just so many standalone options on these F-150s, and some of these options are going to be available in both the 100 and 101A. Some are available in one equipment group and not the other, so we'll kind of tell you that as we go around here. Also with this, standalone options basically are where you can order just one option, so it's not included in a package, but it's a standalone option. There are some options that are standalone options that were part of packages that you don't have to get the whole package to get. So now first talking about this front tag bracket. Now I didn't mention earlier, but front tag bracket is actually standard equipment in states that require front tag. Kansas is not one of those states, so it's actually a standalone option on the 100 or 101A equipment group. It is a no-charge option, so we always order on all of our trucks. We do sell so many vehicles outside the state of Kansas that it's just something that we like to do. We make sure we order them with the front tag bracket. Also, you can get engine block heater. So engine block heater, I think it's like $100 or less. If you have your truck outside during the winter a lot, you want to be able to start it up easy and keep your engine warm. You can plug it into maybe the garage, underneath the garage door or something, or if you have to leave it outside or something like that, then you can go ahead and get the engine block heater. So that can be added on the 100 or 101A equipment group. A couple other options. You have the fog lights here. Fog lights are included in the STX Appearance Package as well as the XL Chrome Appearance Package, but also if you order a 101A equipment group, the high equipment group, you can get the fog lights as a standalone option. So you might see some vehicles out there with the black bumpers with the fog lights. That is available, and you can get it that way. Also the skid plates. Actually, they're kind of underneath the vehicle here, but I want to talk about it here. Skid plates, as long as you have a 4x4 and you have the 101A equipment group, you can get the skid plates as a standalone option. You don't have to go all the way up to the FX4 package to get the skid plates. It protects underneath it from, if you're going off-road, especially if you work out in the country or something, you got an XL truck, you want to get the skid plates, get the 100, 101A equipment group, and you can get the skid plates. Not sure what they have to do with power equipment, but that's just what Ford requires. Now moving to the side over here, earlier I had a truck on here that had the platform running boards. I'm going to use the clip from that silver truck. It is optional equipment for you, standalone option on the 100 or 101A equipment group, so you can get that platform running boards, what they call it. That's going to be black. That can be available to add to the truck. Also, the 36-gallon fuel tank. So it is a standalone option. Of course, we mentioned it as part of the Max Trailer Tow package, but it's a standalone option on the 100A equipment group. It's not available with the regular cab short bed, so that 6.5-foot bed. Also, it's not available with the Powerboost engine, and it's not available with a 3.0-liter diesel engine. Otherwise, you can get that as a standalone option. Also, a couple different mirror options for you. Now, there is 3 different mirror options. One of them is going to give you, it's an upgraded mirror, I believe, requires you, all the different upgraded mirror features, I should say, require the 101A equipment group. And one of them includes also not only the power and the heat that we talked about mirror, but also upgrades with the security, or with the turn signal indicator on the outside as well. So that mirror feature, if you want that, does require to have the Copilot 360 2.0 features, which of course you have to have the 101A equipment group for. But I think the reason they do require you to have that is because it comes with the different glass, comes with that bliss feature within that glass. So I think that's why you're required to upgrade to the Copilot 360 feature there. Also, there's another mirror that's going to be that you can upgrade. It gives you all those same features, the power, the heat, also gives you the turn signal indicator, but also gives you the high intensity security approach lamp, as well as the LED spotlights. So it's going to give you those lights on there. And that one does require to have, of course, it requires you a 101A equipment group, but also requires you to upgrade to the tow technology package, because that mirror will also have those lights underneath, or the mirror, or the cameras underneath there, I'll get it right, it'll have those cameras too. So that's upgrading. So basically, usually you upgrade when you order that tow technology package, you'll notice the mirror will change and upgrade for you because it requires that mirror feature to go along with that package. And then there is the tow, the trailer tow mirrors. So that trailer tow mirrors do require you to have, of course, the 101A equipment group also does require you to have a trailer tow package or a max trailer tow package, not available with a 3.3 liter because you can't get a tow package with the 3.3 liter, but it's going to give you all the same features on the mirror, the power, the heat, the LED security approach lamp, the turn signal indicators, the spotlights, all those features there. Doesn't require you to have the tow technology package because you can get it without that, but it's going to include all those other features there, and does require, I believe, to have that Copilot 360 feature. So it should be available on most of those engines as long as you get one of the tow packages. I don't think it's available on the regular cab short bed though, the 6.5 foot bed, but otherwise you can get that mirror feature. Okay, moving to the back, there's a lot of things back here I want to talk about, so hopefully I remember everything. But first I want to talk about the reverse sensing back here. Reverse sensing is part of the 101A equipment group, but is a standalone option for the 100A. One requirement you do have to have at least a Class 4 receiver hitch or a trailer tow package to add this on there, and that's because this takes wiring to come back here. And so they want it probably has to go through your wiring for your hitch or your trailer tow package. That's typically why they do that. So reverse sensing does require to have one of those packages on there. Also, integrated trailer brake controller is a standalone option on the 100A. It is or 101A, either one of those. Does require to have at least the Class 4 receiver hitch, so it's available with that package. It's already included in the trailer tow package, but if you just want the Class 4 receiver hitch, add the integrated trailer brake controller, you can do that, and that's going to be positioned right there above your drive modes in there. So let's open this up. This truck does not have it, wish it did, but the tailgate step for this year is going to be available in the 100 or 101A equipment group. So for every F-150 you can, as a standalone option, get the tailgate step. Last year I kind of dogged Ford a little bit because the 100A couldn't get the tailgate step for 2020, but it could in 19. I'm glad they listened, and I made it available on any of the trims and any of the equipment groups. So tailgate step, not only is it going to give you a tailgate step for this year, and I'm giving you a clip off of a picture that we have because this truck doesn't have it, but it's also going to give you the new workstation that's going to go on top of the tailgate too. So giving you a cool workstation there to be able to use. Has a tape measure on there. It has spots for beverages. It has spots for pencils, so it doesn't roll off the back of the tailgate and that kind of thing. So the work surface goes along with the tailgate step. They go hand in hand there, and again available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. Now moving up to the back glass back there, the privacy glass with the rear defroster is a standalone option on the 100 or 101A equipment group. No, nothing there, you can just get that. Now keep in mind, I have been mentioned several times, and some of the different things that require electricity to the back of the truck, that you do have to get that and that's because they take all the wiring goes through there, so they just want to be able to do that all at once, and so that's why a lot of times they'll require you to get the rear defroster to get the other package or something like that, so keep that in mind. Also, the box link system. The plates are already in place here, and I actually gave you an image from the silver truck earlier because I didn't know if this truck would have it. But box link system is available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. Gives you the plates on the side and the lockable cleats. So you can put those cleats in there. You can put the loading ramps, different accessories. You can use those for the bed dividers, we'll talk about in a little bit. So box link can come in real handy for you. In fact, I'm really thinking about getting the box link. I don't have it on my truck, so I'm really thinking about getting the box link just so I get those bed dividers in my truck there. So that's available. Now let's talk about the Pro Power Onboard. Pro Power Onboard, we did talk about the hybrid engine. It's going to be standard equipment. You get the 2.4 kilowatt with the full hybrid engine, but also for your Super Cab and your Supercrew models with the 100 and 101A equipment group, because it does need the power equipment, you can get the 2 kilowatts in your engines other than the 3.3 liter. So even your gas engines can get the 2 kilowatt Pro Power Onboard system with, other than you cannot get it in a Super Cab long bed. I think they're capping the bed length at 6.5 for that, probably the distance to get back there. 8 foot's just too far, and so that's probably why they're not allowing you to put it in a Super Cab with the 8 foot bed. But otherwise you can get that. you know, doesn't, of course, not available, as I mentioned, with your regular cabs, and not available with the 3.3 liter engine. Also, if you get a hybrid, you can upgrade from the 2.4 kilowatt to the 7.4 kilowatt. Again, does require you to have the 101A equipment group. Also does require you to have a Supercrew model. So 101A with the Supercrew. Super cabs are not available with the bigger generator. So that's a great, being able to, some great options there for you. And I did remember all of them. So some great options back here, but let's move inside. There's a lot of great standalone options on the inside that I think you really like. Now moving to the interior, and I'll try to get everything here. There's quite a few things in here as well, but let's talk about the flooring first. You can get carpeted flooring. It does require to have the 101A equipment group to get the carpeted flooring. It is available on either the cab designs, but you can also come with the carpeted mats as well there. And speaking of that, we do have all-weather mats. All-weather mats are available. It does require to have the 101A equipment group, and it's available in the Super Cab or Supercrew version, and you can get the all-weather mats and the footwells up here, as well as the mat that goes back in the back, and you can get it with or without the carpeted mats. So again, different costs between if you want to get one of those two. Let's talk about seats for a second. They come standard in the 40-20-40 cloth seats, but if you want vinyl instead, that is available on the 100 or 101A equipment group to get the vinyl seats. Sometimes farmers know that the cloth aren't going to hold up, they're going to stain, that kind of thing, so they'd rather have the vinyl that they can wipe off, so that is available. Also, you can get the configuration like we're seeing here that is part of the STX Appearance Package, but also as a standalone option on the 101A equipment group. Does require it to have at least a Super Cab or Supercrew version to get the console with the bucket seats. So that's the way that's going to work, so you can get this configuration as well. You can also get the interior work surface. So interior work surface, of course, it folds down onto, so that way you have a nice work surface in here. We usually see that with the console, but it does say it's available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. So typically the console is only available on the 101. So I'm not sure if that's correct in the order guide, or if it is available with the bucket seat or the bench seat. So that's, but that interior work surface, we haven't ordered one on an XL yet, but it is available that you can add, new for this year feature there. Also, let's talk about a 400 watt outlet. So 400 watt outlet gives you an outlet that's going to be positioned up here in the instrument panel. It will be replaced with the two USB ports usually, or a PowerPoint, one or the other. I can't remember which. I think the PowerPoint. So it would go where these two PowerPoints are up here. If you have the bucket seats, you'll have one just up there. If you have the bucket seats, or I'm sorry, if you have just the bench seat, you'll have just the one outlet up here. If you have the bucket seat, you'll also have one behind the console too. So again, it replaces two USB ports back there, and it's going to have the 110 outlet back there. Also, if you have a max trailer tow package, or the tow package, or a class receiver hitch, something that takes wiring to the back of the bed, also reverse sensing is going to be required. You can also get the wiring in the bed itself. So now this feature here does require to have a 101A equipment group, Super Cab, Supercrew models as well, but that's going to be available. Of course, 8-foot bed, you can't get the outlet in the bed because it's going to go back there. It's just too far back there for that. So you can get that outlet back there as well. So that's another great feature that you can have in the vehicle as well here. Also, talking about some other features, you got a kicker subwoofer you can get available on the Super Cab or Supercrew models. Does require to have either the XL Chrome Appearance Package or the STX Appearance Package. It is available as well in the truck. You can get that. It's going to be positioned in the back. Does also require you to have the new Sync 4 with the enhanced voice recognition system, which we're going to talk about next. The 101A equipment group is required to get the upgraded Sync 4. So how is it different? Basically, it's got a better connected voice recognition system where you don't have to press the button to be able to say it. You can actually program words like "Hey Ford" or "Okay Ford" or "Okay Ford Pass," and it listens, and then you can say it. You don't have to press the button to do that. Also comes with connected navigation, and it's also going to come with the Sirius XM satellite radio with the 360L. So it is a nice upgraded system. It's only like $325, I believe, but it's a nice upgraded system. So if you see that on there of why, wait a minute, I thought I got Sync 4 with the 8-inch touchscreen, what's the difference? That is the difference. You get the connected navigation, the better voice recognition system. It's an enhanced voice recognition system. You're going to also get the Sirius XM satellite radio with that new 360L. So those are all the interior features. I believe I got everything. If not, you'll be right back. But let's talk about some factory accessories you can add into mainly to the bed of the truck. But let's talk about those. So let's talk about some factory accessories, and all of them have to do with the bed of the truck here, and some great ways to protect your bed, to be able to just basically keep things safe in the bed as well, different things like that. So let's talk through these. One of them to protect the bed itself from scratches and such like that. You have two different options. You do have the drop-in liner. Drop-in liner is available on, of course, all these accessories we're going to talk about are available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. It doesn't require either one, so available on both. The drop-in liner is not available with the Pro Power on board, so it's not available with the Powerboost because it's going to come standard with a Pro Power on board. So not available for that because it would cover up where that's located over there. So drop-in liner is available on all your other engines outside of the Pro Power on board. Also, you do have the spray-in liner. So this one actually was an in-house spray-in liner done here. You can actually tell the difference because the ones from the factory is a tough bed spray-in liner, and you'll actually see the Ford emblem on the back of the bed back there, and that's how you can tell if it's done at Ford or if it's done aftermarket from somebody else. So you can get a spray-in bed liner as well. Again, there's no requirements on that one. It is available with all the different other accessories. Drop-in liners are a different case there. Also, we mentioned the box link system in here earlier. So, some of these do require the box link. One of them is the bed divider. So it requires that box link system to put those bed dividers in there. And that's really cool. It's saying it's not available with the stowable ramps, which we're going to talk about next. And that's because you can't have them both using the box link system. But if you want to be able to use both, but not at the same time, order one of them after you get your vehicle through your aftermarket department or through your Ford accessories department, dealer, that kind of thing. Stowable ramps, they also use the box link system. You can just stow those ramps on the side over there, and then you can put them out over the bed over here. It's not available with the tailgate step because it actually has a different top to it than what you can use on a tailgate step. So not available with the tailgate step, and not available with the box link system, or the bed dividers, they say. But we already just talked about that. Also not available with your bed covers because of the brackets for those bed covers would interfere with where the ramps would sit. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about getting a bed cover. Also, you can talking about that, let's go ahead and move on to the bed covers. There are 3 different bed covers you can get. There's a new one for this year. So you do have a soft folding bed cover. So we've seen that from Ford. That's available for you. You also do have the hard folding bed cover. I think it's a tri-fold or maybe quad. That can go on there as well. I think that's close to $1,000 for that one. So you have that version. And then you have a retractable for this year. So that Ford's giving us a retractable one that you can get that just rolls into it. That one's probably a little bit more, probably closer to $1,500 for that one. So 3 different options for bed covers. And again, those aren't compatible with the stowable ramps. And there are some others through your Ford accessories departments. There is a roll-up one, which is one I like. I think it's closer to $2,000 or something. But so a couple different options for bed covers. Now also the toolboxes. Forgot, bed covers aren't available with the toolboxes either. You do have 2 of them that we have that are available through Ford. They're both WeatherGuard brand. One of them is an aluminum and one's a premium aluminum. So 2 different ones there. They never show images on their website or on Ford.com on the build and price, and we've never actually ordered one with it for in stock. We just order those for customers through aftermarket. There's a lot of good ones out there that will fit on the beds. So those are some different accessories that are available. Again, all these are available on the 100 or 101A equipment group, and if some of them they say aren't compatible with others, keep in mind you can go ahead and order one from a Ford accessory, especially like the bed divider can always be ordered from your Ford accessories after you get your truck. So there you have it. That's our complete guide. I think we've covered everything. We have the standard equipment we've talked about, the 101A equipment group, the different packages are available, which are a bunch of them, standalone options, accessories, factory accessories. There are other accessories too that I don't mention in this that you can get through Ford accessories or through your local dealer or even on some different online distributors. But those are the factory ones. Those are the ones you might think about that you have to order from Ford, and they're going to be drop shipped with those different accessories from the factory there. So hopefully you got a lot out of this. Now keep in mind we do have plenty of Ford inventory, or I should say Ford F-150 XL inventory on our website at lawmacarthur.com. Check that out. Really easy to see those. A lot of ours are going to include rebates, so internet price will include rebates. So do give us a call so you can check rebates for your local zip code, because that's usually how the rebates are docked on and figured out. So go ahead and give us a call. Send us a text message. Numbers are on the screen there. If you have any questions, we can help you out there. So I hope you got some information Also, free shipping. I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and I know it's been a long video, but we do free shipping. So the way that works, we're very transparent about it. If you finance a vehicle with us, we'll ship it to you for free. We do cap it at $1,000 because we are getting that the money for that from the lenders. So when you finance with us, the lender gets its kickback, and we use that money to pay for the shipping. So a great way, if you want to get a vehicle, order the way you want it to from a dealership that knows their product and knows their inventory and knows how to order the vehicles and have it shipped right to your door. Can't do any better than that. So that's a great way. You also still get great internet pricing as well. A lot of our vehicles are priced better than any other dealerships in the country. So check that out. We have all kinds of people. We sell about 20% of our business is outside of the state of Kansas. So we're very confident, we're very capable, and we know how to order and ship these vehicles to you. So just keep that in mind. If you want to get a vehicle ordered from a dealership knows what they're doing, check us out. So also don't forget, if you've watched this video, you like the video, you think it's a great video, smash that like button, put your comments down below. Love getting that feedback from you and answering any questions you might have about this. As you can tell, it can be very complex. We'll go ahead and drop those comments down below. I read those myself and respond as quickly as I can. So drop those comments. Don't forget to share this video. If you have a friend out there that is interested in an F-150, share the video to them. Share it out there on Facebook or wherever it might be, and get that out there so people can help you out. The whole goal behind this video is to really help people learn how to order a vehicle and what's possible and what's available on this different trim. A lot of people don't talk about the XL trim that much, but as you can tell, it can be very well equipped and just exactly what you need, but not any more than you need, so to keep that price down. So share that out to all your friends and colleagues. If you're first time watching one of our videos, you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit the red subscribe button down below so you can get subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll also get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. Find us on social media. We're at Law McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so you can see what's going on here at the dealership at all times. And again, thanks for watching the video. Until the next one, we'll see you later.